The end of compulsories was really the death knell for Amanar as a watchable gymnast.
Not a joke, just a fact.
I mean, if ever there was a case for bringing compulsories back, Exhibit A would be Simona Amanar. You could show her routines from 1995 and then show her routines from 2000. Case closed. I think compulsories would be reinstated within the hour. Bonjour bitches! Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to talk about this routine. I've kind of been saving it for a while, if that gives you any indication how kind of special it is for me. So anybody who knows me knows that I am a huge stan of Soviet gymnastics and Russian gymnastics. And that all started in about 1994 when the Goodwill Games in St. Petersburg happened. The primary point of the Goodwill Games was, the Soviet Union and the Americans to foster goodwill between the two countries. In 94, the Russians sent Svetlana Khorkina, Oksana Fabrishnova, Yelena Grosheva, and Dina Kochikova. And before that, I had never really seen much of Horkina, and I instantly fell in love with her. I just thought she was so interesting. She was kind of like an enigma. She was so fascinating, right? I just thought she was so unique. Her floor music was to Carmen. She was just great. It wasn't even just Horkina. I loved all the Russians on that team. And once I realized what Russian gymnastics was all about and the style advantage that they had over the other teams, I was completely infatuated, and I haven't really looked back since. So that's all to say that I became a huge Horkina fan during that meet, and I continued to be one until, Athens 2004. The routine I'm going to react to today is her routine from the 1999 Worlds in Tianjin, China. This wasn't a really good meet for Horkina. She was coming in as the reigning world all-around champion, so that was definitely a disappointment for her. I think in hindsight, I realized that she was kind of resting herself to gear back up for the Olympics the next year, because that was her big goal, And as a gymnast, you can't be in peak form 100% of the time, especially when you're 5'5", and she wasn't a spring chicken at that point. I think she was 20 years old.
This event final will be an interesting contrast between an artist like Horkina and a couple of power tumblers from Romania.
Right off the bat, you can feel the theme of this music. It's so sultry and sulky. That was a 1.5 twist into a Rudy, into a Shushanova. The detractors would say all she does in this routine is just prance around. But look at her face. It's not easy to be expressive like that and to show so much emotion through your face. Second pass, triple twist. A little bit of an awkward landing, which I love how she goes right into that little kneel to try to cover it up. And look at all the faces she's making to the judges.
Think this routine is nothing more than just a bunch of prancing around.
It's so funny. Right there.
When was the last time you saw a gymnast take her eyes off the floor?
She's such a mess.
To the crowd? This is where she's terrific.
Final pass, 2.5 twist punch front. That was well done. Cat leap double into her own namesake Horkina skill.
Chris, it's as if
to say we like it. Not sure if we love it.
So she got a 9.787 and she won the bronze medal. So the choreography is quite simple, but she gives it to you, Unlike, say, the silver medalist here, Simona Amanar, who was all, go on girl, give us nothing. One of the reasons that this routine from Horkina is so interesting is because it kind of shows her ability as an actress. I think a lot of her career she was playing a role. Early on, she realized that the more dramatic she was, the more she played into being a diva, the more attention she got. It was good for her to sell herself and to bring popularity. I think she realized what branding is, and it can be quite lucrative. Horkina has always been as outrageous as possible because that's what sells the magazines. That's what gets the clicks on the articles online. That's just what sells nowadays. So I think Horkina has intentionally created this character, a more extreme version of herself, which really isn't anything new. A lot of people have done it, and that's also why I don't take a lot of what she says seriously at all, because I think for her it's all a game, and it's like, how ridiculous can I be today, you know? I mean, it could either be that, or it could be that she's just batshit and incredibly affected by the patriarchy that exists in Russia to this day. Mistreatment of women is still very much a thing. Women are treated to be subservient to men. That causes a lot of issues for any young woman, and it makes you very probably confused, conflicted, and really not know how to make your impact on society. Clearly, Russia has a lot of problems still. And it's not like the US is some utopia either, don't get me wrong. Any way you slice it, Svetlana Khorkina is an incredibly complex, interesting, fascinating, wonderfully rich, and polarizing person. And that's why I can't wait to dig deeper into her psyche, and I really want to try to explain how I feel about it, the controversial things she just said even recently, and how those comments make me feel about her gymnastics now, because it's very interesting to me. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching this. I really, really appreciate it. Please smash that like button, subscribe, engage. Bonne journée, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Mwah.